Welcome back to From the Source podcast. This is episode 26, and today we're going to be going through some common fitness questions that people ask on gym forums, High Rocks forums, social groups, Facebook, and we're going to give our thoughts on each of the questions. So there's 10 in total. We'll talk about each one. Again, we're not experts, but it's our opinion. So it's what we do or what we think we should do. In response to these questions. So we'll dive in. Do you want to read out the first one?
I'll read the first one, yeah. So, how much cardio should I be doing? I would presume, I would let's aim that towards High Rocks. So how much cardio should you be doing for High Rocks? Let's start start weekly. How many sessions do you think you should be doing?
Okay, if you were training for a High Rocks, then I guess like a High Rocks style workout kind of is cardio, isn't it? So I'd say it depends. I think every like gym kind of how much cardio should I be doing or something like that depends on the person, because it depends on how quick it takes for you to recover or whatever. But let's say you're R level, I'd say like 3 to 4 times a week would be a good start, and anything above that is a bonus. I think like in general, gymming, saying 3 times a week is a good number to be at, but it's probably not enough for you to get like a personal best or like a better than average time. Do you agree?
Yeah, close to an hour. If you're going like close to an hour, I think you need to be running quite a lot. Depends on, I think, the sessions as well. Depends on your sessions. How much cardio should I be doing? I'd probably say like 4. I'd go a 4.
4 times a week.
Yeah, if they were like
4 hours. Or, well, it doesn't have to be, because we do some 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah. But I was going to say like intensity has to be there as well. So we do that vlog one was, what was that, about 40 minutes?
Yeah.
But that was intense on and off, long intervals. You've got to do a 10K, which might take people 50 to 60 minutes. Yeah, intervals. Another long session.
Well, you could plan it out and say you should be doing at least, I'd say, an hour to 2 hours per week of like long endurance workouts. So like a 60-minute session or a 50-minute session where you're kind of not stopping, because in preparation for a High Rocks, you're not going to be faster than an hour, most people. And if you are, it's like the 50s, you know. So an hour straight, and then like a few 40-minute, 30-minute workouts that are really high intensity, burning everything that you've got and like giving everything you've got. But I'd say 3 to 4 times a week cardio. I think this is an interesting one for people in High Rocks, because a lot of people maybe go to the gym and lift weights, and then they're like, right, how much cardio should I do now for High Rocks, because that's more cardio based. So it might mean that you have to knock the weights on the head for a bit, and you can't do it as often as you'd like, or you do like double sessions. But I mean, that's heavy going.
Yeah, it gets a bit tough, that one. Yeah, an intense actual specific High Rocks workout would actually be something. Changing the exercise each time, like we've done, just running, sled, and something else. There's no point keep doing like High Rocks half or full sims all the time. You're not going to gain anything.
Yeah.
You want to put the work in before.
And then what about running wise? Because if obviously cardio's like high intensity kind of, or not really high intensity, but something where you are getting your heart rate going for a long period of time, or fast for a short period of time. But what about running? Like, how often should someone be running for High Rocks?
2, 3 times. 3. You need like a long time on your legs to get your legs used to it. Interval session.
Yeah, because on the day of a High Rocks comp, you're doing 8K, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to say, like, you should be doing a 10K. Like we do a 10K every week, really, don't we?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it was like 10.5K. I think my last High Rocks was. because you forget about the rock zone, which is like 200 meters or 300, depending on where
Oh
you are.
yeah, so it's
So that
actually
adds to it. So even 8 times 200, that's 1,600 meters extra.
yeah. I
So
never
it's
thought
actually
about that.
9.6k. And that's without you dicking about in between everyone as well, which adds.
Yeah, so
It's
true.
not straight round the track, is it?
Yeah,
So I reckon it probably is about a 10k. They advertise obviously 8 1ks, but it's more.
it's 8 1K laps, but then you in the rock zones, you run into the rower, you run into the ski, you're running round. Even on the, do you know what it is? It's the kettlebell carries and the
Yeah, farmers
lunges.
carry.
You're
That's
still doing Ks there.
yeah, that's
You
200
know,
meters, isn't it? The farmers carry.
yeah. So you add all them up.
Yeah,
You've not just done 8K, but you've done about 10K plus the exercises.
yeah,
So if you've been training 8Ks, maybe go to 10 or 12 or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I'd probably do just a 12k on a Sunday. Just a
Yeah.
slow 12k. I mean, I wouldn't really bother so much about your k's per hour, whatever.
Yeah, just get the mileage in the legs.
Yeah, just get the speed will come.
Okay then. Number 2 is how often should I rest?
Monday's my rest day, usually. But I don't know. I'm probably the bad one to ask because I'm bad for resting.
Everyone is though, aren't
I
they?
just get bored. I think rest. There's some people that take rest literally in terms of will not move from the sofa or the chair or whatever, do nothing that day. I think I'd reword that to more like active rest. So, walk your dog, go for a walk.
Yeah.
Like a decent-ish hike, not like anything up Kilimanjaro or anything, but
Yeah, like
keep the body moving.
do something that just doesn't require working out, like running or gymming or something like that. But like we could go play tennis or paddle or
Yeah,
football, like not competitively on that day. It's just kind of giving your muscles that time to rest. This is an interesting one. I think like when people say how often should I rest, or how many rest days do you have? It changes all the time. Do you not think? Some weeks you might train like 7 days in a row, but then you'll be like, right, I've trained 7 days in a row. I'm gonna have a rest day now.
yeah, because I think your workout plan, say for a high rocks, is maybe 2-3 weeks of intense working out. Then it's like a 4-week deload week. Then you build back up again, more than what you did in week 2 and 3, and then taper off a little bit before the event. I think people that are new to it think you've just got to start at 0 and literally just go on that trajectory all the way to 100. And then hopefully the week before high rocks, yeah, you'll probably be fit enough, but I bet your body's like dead.
Yeah.
You've got to. There's probably not a lot of improvement you could do in a week or 2 weeks to get faster, but there's a lot of damage you could do in that
Yeah, that's
by
true.
being silly.
Yeah.
So say like last week I was a bit sore, like on the Sunday I did like a longer run, but then on the Tuesday I could have been like, right, let's do another intense workout. But if your body is crying out for like a slower run or a rest, there's no point killing it off, because by the time you get to your next running day in that week, you're knackered.
Yeah. There's that saying, isn't there, where like when it starts to hurt, that's where the real workout starts. But you can go a bit too far on that, and you can kind of say when it starts to hurt, or like you start to be in pain, or you're kind of doing too much, and you need to step back a little bit and let your body recover.
You know the difference in the pain. Do you know like the lung pain where you're burning because like, oh, this is a tough workout, or the pain where I've been running recently, my ankles are killing me. That's not me training to be stronger. That's just me pushing through actual pain.
Yeah.
Because you stop running and your ankles kill, or your calves or whatever. So you've got to find the difference in pain.
Yeah. And I think when most people are training like 7 days, then 1 rest day or 2 rest days in that time is good and healthy. And if you were like the average person, maybe you'd go gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like 3 days a week, and you rest for the other 4, and that's fine. But it depends on how intense you're training. I mean, we've got Garmin watches, and they say you do a big workout and it'll be like 25 hours recovery, and you're in the gym at 9 a.m. the next day and you've not rested for 25 hours, but your body's a bit different to the average person. So
Yeah, I take the Garmin sometimes with a pinch of salt. Like we've done workouts where it says 25 hours rest, and I think I could do with 48. Like I'm broken
yeah,
here. But the next day you wake up and you're absolutely fine. So
yeah, it's just, you probably could say on all these like questions that we're going to go through, it's always, we're speaking from our perspective, but it's always kind of personal to you as the listener, or you as the person, or the athlete. You take like what we say or what anybody says, but it might not be the same as you.
yeah,
Okay.
this is, should I stretch before my workouts?
Should I stretch before my workouts? Yeah. The preventing injury is like, of course, you want to do that. I don't know if stretching before your workouts is always the most beneficial. I think warming up before your workouts is really good, and everyone should do that. Get your body warm, get the heart rate going, loosen the kind of the muscles up, and sayings like that. But stretching, I think, is important before, but I think stretching really is more important after.
Yeah, I think I've found that out the hard way. Because you get really hot in your workout, you say bye to your mates, and then you literally get back in your car and sit down, or just go home straight away, and you go from really hot to really cold, and your body just seizes up a bit.
Yeah, and that's when you get dead tight, and you're not full kind of flexible, and you start to get them niggles. I think sometimes I do stretch before a workout, and it depends what I'm doing. So let's say, for example, I'm snatching, I'll stretch my kind of warm up my shoulder mobility and stretch, because I'm going to need that. But if I was just doing like a workout, I wouldn't do a full stretch session, but I probably would afterwards if I had time, and if I was a good athlete.
Yeah, the stretch thing for everyone, I think, comes down to time, doesn't it? Some people are rushing there from work, don't have time to stretch. Need to get back for the kids after the workout.
Yeah,
But I think on that rest day, if you're having 2 rest days or 1 a week, I think you should set aside just 20, 25 minutes of just like intense stretching.
yeah,
Just try and loosen it up a bit.
yeah. I think it's important, and if you're doing it before, it's not going to harm you. I once heard someone say like the best way to stretch before, best way to warm up for a run is just to run, like go for a little run. So if you were going to do a run, you don't necessarily need to stretch your whole body, but I like to, especially when I go for a run. I stretch my hips out, my calves out, my quads out, and then go. But some people wouldn't. They just go for a little 1 mile warm up and then just go for it. But it depends what you feel best for you.
Yeah, I like doing if it's a 10K, the first 1 or 2K is quite a slowish pace to warm up. Then I stretch, and then it feels like I get a bit of life in my legs. Then I feel all right.
Yeah, like you get a little spring in your step. You feel a little bit looser.
Yeah, so I think it's just preference, but I think stretching in general is important.
Yeah, and you're so right. Like it's the one thing that everyone just sacks off because it's boring. It's a bit annoying because like if you're not very flexible, it's a bit like embarrassing and a bit. You might be able to bench 120, but you can't touch your toes. It's like a bit demoralising. But then you need flexibility just for life and just for health and stuff.
Yeah,
There's a study where if you can't stand up without using your hands, so this is like hip flexibility basically. If you can't stand up without using your hands, like you sat on the floor, legs crossed, and you just need to stand up. If you can't do it, you're more likely to die like earlier. Straight.
it's always about death,
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's literally that. If you can do it, your mortality rate is higher than someone who can't do it.
Well,
So, and that's flexibility. But I don't know.
Read into that what you may.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be like, shit, get on the floor. Can I do it? Some people can't do it, though. And it's just flexibility.
I'm not going to try it now. I'll probably fall over.
The next one is
the most common one.
how to lose weight and tone up fast. So this isn't really for high rocks, but it's more like gym. How do I lose weight and how do I tone up fast? So I'll let you start with this one.
The losing weight part is it is just basic science. Calorie deficit. Eat less than what you burn. Simple, really.
That is it.
That is basically it, really.
And you'll listen to all these podcasts now and read all these books now that give you some other alternative to that. Like, well, you need to make sure you're eating the right foods and you need to make sure that you're getting this vitamin in, and people have this certain fat hormone, and it's literally like, maybe they're true, but the bulk of losing weight is you're eating food and then you're also burning food off, as energy. So you're burning calories and you're consuming calories. And if you're consuming more calories than what you are burning off,
your
weight's going up.
Yeah. In a nutshell, you could basically eat McDonald's every single day, but as long as it was less than what you burn, you would lose weight. However, you would feel absolutely shit, and your body would obviously be full of other crap as well. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much what you could do.
I think if you're talking about losing weight, that is the answer. If you're talking about being healthy, it's not the answer. And that's where people get a little bit conflicted nowadays. If we're on about losing weight, eat less calories. But if we're on about being healthy, it's nothing to do with calories. It's all about kind of the right foods and getting your vitamins and just being an actual healthy person with an active lifestyle.
Yeah, and being active as well, yeah.
But lose weight, eat less food.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people always get it wrong when they're going to lose weight. They always go to the gym. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they think that's where you lose weight. But you don't.
It's got 80% nutrition.
Yeah.
Something like that. Think
about, like, you eat a McDonald's or you eat a chocolate bar, it's 500 calories. It takes me an hour to burn 500 calories. So it's going to take, Margaret, who's obese, a lot longer to burn 500 calories.
Yeah.
She's going to have to go on the stepper for like an hour and a half.
And I do think sometimes I think for that person to burn 500 calories, that's a painful workout that isn't needed.
But if you just didn't eat that chocolate bar at 2 p.m, you wouldn't need to burn them 500 calories, So it's one of them things where don't go to the gym to lose weight. Maybe go to the gym to be healthy and build muscle.
I think that's the second part with the toning up fast.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a tone up fast unless you have like surgery and stuff. I think you've got to be in it for the long haul. It's not an instant fix unless you're going to use like drugs and stuff like that, but it's just a slow burner. I think if you calorie deficit, eating healthy, and also being conscious about like wanting to tone up, it will come hand in hand.
Yeah, you're right. Going to the gyms, like the tone up. It's weird when people say tone up. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, every time I would see the word tone up, I always just think 6-pack.
Yeah.
Every time people just want like a 6-pack.
Do you not think girls always say, I don't want to get muscly, I just want to get toned? Like, well, toned is when you can see your muscle.
Yeah.
So you need
and
to
you have
build
a bit of
muscle.
a figure, yeah.
But you have to be lean so you can see the muscle and like it pops out kind of thing, and not fat so that it doesn't hide all your muscle kind of thing. But maybe you could go deep on it and be like, why do you want to lose weight and tone up fast? Is it like, what is it for? Because a lot of people do that for a holiday.
Yeah, I was going to say they're probably going to Ibiza or something and want to lose like 10 pounds in a week.
And then it's like, well, it's a bit late now. And do you actually want to do that? Because I don't know, like we live a lot of our lives now for social media or what other people think. Like if you wanted to do that, wouldn't you have done it like a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah, instead of putting yourself through all that pain 2 weeks before, you could have progressively done it over a year.
Yeah.
Because you knew whenever you book your holiday, that's when you should have started.
It's weird, like when people say, "Oh, I'm going on a diet," I'm going on a diet, and I hate it. I can only eat salads and stuff like this, and I'm like, my diet is just my diet, like what I eat, and I don't eat whatever I want. I want some donuts sometimes, and I don't get them because I know it's probably not good for me. So my diet's like really healthy, but it's just really good food. Same for you.
Yeah, but then you indulge because you can have a few donuts at the end of the week
Yeah,
because you know you've not had them
and
every
you don't
day.
feel guilty about it.
No, but
But
you can. We've said it before. Like you can. People think, oh, I've just got to have salad before I go away. Like, well, yeah, you know, you probably will have to have salad because it's water and it'll fill you up and it'll stop you from eating shit because your body's already full up. But you can make a salad like a lot nicer. It's not just lettuce, tomato, and cucumber.
yeah, we had a salad. Just listen to this. Side note. Secret salad ingredient. We had a salad that one of Beth's friends made a few weeks ago, and they put I forgot now, figs. Game changer. Figs, mango,
Oh, I knew you were going to say mango.
and then just like all the standard salad, but it was figs. And I was like, "What is this thing?" And she said figs, and I was like, "I've only ever had figs in a fig roll, like biscuit." And then it was just unreal. So make a salad good.
Mango, pomegranate, avocado, red onion, and then get like a lemon or a lime, squeeze it over for the juice.
Drizzle of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, I saw you have it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But we have that.
I think that, so like what we had for tea last night that I put on Instagram was just like a really nice salmon salad bowl with rice, but unreal. Just so much flavour, so much colour. You would have been like, "Mate, I need them colours."
Yeah, I nearly came round.
Yeah, but then a lot of other people will have a salad and have lettuce, which has no nutritional value at all. It's just water. It's not like lettuce isn't even good for you. It's just there's nothing in it. There's not one like vitamin or anything. They'll have lettuce and like a piece of ham and salad cream or something.
Yeah.
And be like
A lettuce leaf.
and be like,
baguette.
I hate
Yeah.
salad. Like
Yeah.
what? How do you hate salad? It's gorgeous. Like it's unreal.
Because you've cooked a salmon fillet, which takes what, like, if you've got an air
10
fryer,
minutes.
that's like 10 minutes
Yeah.
in air fry. Rice, 10 minutes to
Yeah.
like boil it, let it
Yeah.
like soak up. And then you're going to cut like 5 ingredients really to make your salad.
Yeah, you're just gonna chop it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
And put all of that in a bowl
Yeah.
or a plate.
And when you've got like fresh peppers, fresh onion, fresh tomato, some like basil or Italian herbs or something, a drizzle of olive oil, like healthy olive oil, that is unreal. Just that.
Salt and pepper on top.
Salt and pepper. Like if you've got a little lemon or a lime or something.
Now you're talking. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Unreal, but then people get it wrong and they think that when I go on a diet, I've got to have this horrible salad bowl thing and just like, what does everyone have on a meal prep? You ever seen them on Instagram? Started my meal prep today. It's like Monday. Broccoli, rice, chicken. No flavour, nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like I'm having salmon and asparagus. There's no flavour. It looks like, fuck knows what it looks like. It looks like you've just got it from Sainsbury's and no one's cooked it. Why do people do that?
Yeah, it looks shy. Like you can make like chicken and egg fried rice and actually make it healthy.
Yeah.
Like air fry the chicken, like so you put salt and pepper on it, it's succulent anyway, so it's got flavour in it. You cook the rice like in all the egg and stuff, so you've got protein and carbs in there. Chuck some peas in, whatever other fucking veg you want in it. Like chuck a bit of soy on top.
Yeah, see, this is what you're missing out on.
Soy, mix it all together.
That's the problem. Whenever I see like a PT coach or an online personal trainer type person, or like a friend that's signed up to a PT, and they post this meal prep thing, and it's like all the Tupperware for the week. Sweet potato, chicken, broccoli. Sweet potato, chicken, broccoli. No flavour. It looks shit. Like, you know, and you see the same people every month, they're back on this. Well, of course you are, because that's not a good way to live.
Yeah.
So you're probably not losing weight because you're probably giving up every month. And then in 6 months later, you're signing up again.
This is what some of the PTs will tell you, though. They'll say, just have plain chicken, plain sweet potato, plain broccoli, some rice, and just eat it like that. If you chop that up nicely and just added just like say a bit of soya, fucking salt and pepper, and I don't know, some low fat sweet chili. I don't know.
Yeah.
Made your own sweet chili. Combine that all into something a lot prettier. Guarantee you'll eat it.
Yeah.
Like if you did that salad, if you just chopped up a mango, red onion, avocado, pomegranate, and said eat those piles, you'd be like, nah.
But mix it all in.
Mix it together. A bit of, like you said, olive oil.
It's just them extra bits, I think, like the drizzle of olive oil just gives it that little bit of like, I don't know.
It's
like
not dry, is it? For one, like,
and then the salt and pepper flavouring. But I don't know, weird when you see people and they're like, how do you lose weight? You need to eat 1 egg at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Then some rye bread, with nothing on
with
it.
low fat soft cheese.
And you go outside and lick the pavement.
Yeah.
Like, I may as well do that. It's about as nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dry rye bread, like crunching that in the office. Yeah, I couldn't be arsed.
I know. You get it wrong. I think eating healthy or just eating to be fit and healthy is not that complicated. Eat as much veg as possible. Quite a bit of fruit, but obviously more veg than fruit. And then just as little processed food as possible, but you're going to have some. Like, just eat like protein, veg, and
Carbs.
rice or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But with the flavour, with the stuff.
And in simplest terms, if you're running more, you'll need more carbs. If you want to lift weight and put some size on, you'll need more protein. Simply.
Yeah.
Like that's in simple terms.
Yeah, not for everyone, but
if you're running a lot, you'll need a lot of carbs, but once you get back into the house, you'll need to get that protein back in to recover.
Yeah.
And it's just really just as simple
like
as
healthy fat, people always think fat makes you fat, but it doesn't. Fat, we've all been like, the marketing of fat has fucked everyone over pretty much.
Yeah.
Because fat in food doesn't make you fat. It's 2 different types of fat, but obviously we all think like low fat is the best way, and sometimes it is, but not always.
Is it trans fat that's bad? I can't remember which one it is.
The
type. But basically,
there is something.
If you were to make scrambled eggs, right, and put like fucking lard, cook it with lard or fresh organic butter, like people would be like, well, you're still going to get fat regardless. Well, you're going to get fat off the lard because that's just shite. That's just fat.
Whereas normal butter has got like it's high nutritional value for you.
Yeah,
it's actually better for you than like the olive spread people having like Lurpax bread.
Yeah. So within reason, it's going to be a lot better. People have a real fear about salt as well, and I think this. Like, I was just thinking then about like your meal, make you like your nice salmon and your rice and your veg, put actually some nice like rock salt on top that's actually got electrolytes in it.
Not table salt.
No,
just the proper rock
salt.
Pink Himalayan salt, or what's the one you've got now? Celtic sea salt.
Celtic's grey sea salt, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's got electrolytes in it, which are going to replenish your body from your run or your exercise that you've sweated out. And it's just basic.
Because sodium is good for you.
Potassium,
but
calcium.
People think... Do you know it's been found out, like I was listening to this recently, they thought that salt was causing high blood pressure, which leads to like heart attacks and stuff. It wasn't salt, and they did all these studies on it. It was actually the fact that the people who had high blood pressure and were having a lot of heart attacks were eating highly processed, like pizza, kebabs, Chinese takeaways, a lot of alcohol, things like that, as well as a lot of salt. So it was like salt got this bad rep, but salt's really good. You look at anyone selling electrolytes now, what's in electrolytes? It's sodium, potassium, magnesium, it's all that kind of stuff, but sodium is salt. I mean, George Heaton's got the Cadence.
Use Cadence.
What's in it? It's literally just salt.
It's like salty flavoured water.
Yeah.
But you get all those minerals, like you said, sodium, calcium, all that lot from salt. And all they've done is just combined it with... Does it have caffeine in or not?
Not in the Cadence one, no.
Right, but then that's what they normally do, either put caffeine in it or not. Make it taste nice. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You go and drink the ocean. Like, that'll give you some electrolytes.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, it tastes like shit, but...
Not around here.
Yeah. Oh, no. Full of needles.
Okay, then next one is, what should I do about muscle soreness? DOMS.
I mean, we've said this before, sometimes it comes down to like recovery, like a good ice bath would sort this out.
Yeah, stretching.
Stretching, ice bath, even just like peas, ice cold peas at night.
It's like, what are peas?
Oh, peas, yeah,
You're just eating loads of
yeah,
peas
loads
to
of
get rid of
peas.
the
Yeah,
dots.
so like you could put peas on your legs and stuff like that. That's a classic one.
Yeah. I think as well, the interesting one on this is muscle soreness is a thing. But when you've got like DOMs and like maybe you've done bench and your chest hurting or you've done squats and your quads are hurting and you go to the gym, you forget you've got the DOMs. And that's why CrossFit's good, because you will be training hard. You'll wake up the next day, your body's sore. You go back to the gym, you train something else, and it's like you forgot what was sore.
But I don't really get that many like bouts of DOMs anymore.
No,
Is that not just because
anymore.
you just
Yeah.
because you train so much, you just get used to it and your body actually recovers now, so you don't actually get like proper DOM soreness. I only get DOMs really if I train a heavy leg session that's really out of my plan.
Mm.
Then the next day I'm like, oh god, my legs are
Well,
sore.
you get used to the same movements, don't you? And your body gets used to your same training split. But I think there's an element of you now are used to feeling like this, and maybe like years ago, if you felt like how you do now, you'd be like, oh, I'm so sore.
Yeah.
Whereas now your body's kind of used to it. Like when you run a lot, when you're doing a marathon training or something, your legs and your feet are aching like mad, but you keep going for weeks and weeks and weeks. Eventually, you just feel normal.
Yeah.
Your body kind of adapts.
Yeah, because there's people at work that like say, oh, I've just got back into the gym, but I don't know if I can carry on. My body is just so sore. And I say to them, like, you've just got to get past that, because if you stop now, you'll be sore again. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you'll
never
stop
getting
and then
out.
you'll go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to get past level 1. So I think muscle soreness comes down to recovery most of the time.
Recovery and
just
and
getting
then
used to it.
Getting used to it. Yeah, get over it.
Yeah. What should I eat before a workout?
Hard one, because
Dependent on the workout, this isn't it really?
depending on the workout, depending on the person. Some people train in the morning early, and if I train in the morning early, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. I don't eat. I do it fasted, and that's just because I like to eat a bit later in the day for my first meal. But I don't have a good workout when I've not eaten. I normally have my best workout in the evening, so I would probably eat like 2 hours before a workout. And if I really needed something, I'd have like a tiny little snack, like a little biscuit or like a banana or something.
Yeah, it's got to be something small that's easy to digest.
But then, like a few hours before, you would have eaten something substantial.
Yeah.
But then you were sick once, right? So
yeah, that was like a 5. Was it a 5 p.m. or a 6 p.m. workout?
Yeah, and what had you eaten?
Like my fucking dinner, my full dinner that I'd not had a chance to eat at dinner time. So I thought, I'm about 2 and a bit hours before the workout. I'll just try and cram it in. Crammed it in, felt fine, and then about 15 minutes into the workout, I was just holding on for dear life because I thought I was going to vomit, and actually did vomit. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's one of them things where your timing and what you've eaten has just not been on form, and it comes back for you. Because when you do big, heavy, intense workouts, sometimes you feel your like stuff coming up, like you just get a bit gassy, or you get a bit like it just hits you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was obviously missed my lunch, and then I thought, obviously not having lunch at around 12 o'clock, I've got like 5 hours to that workout. I need some food, but then left it too late. And then I think if I was doing like a weighted exercise workout, I would have been all right. But it was the up down on the ski and then the running in between. I could feel it like curdling. So I just had to let rip in a bush. But
yeah, let's get it out.
That was a stupid mistake. You just got to learn from that.
Yeah.
So
I'd eat something small right before it.
Yeah.
And I'd eat like a normal meal a few hours before, but that's why I don't. If, for example, sometimes I go to the 6 a.m. class, don't eat anything. And you could be snatching like heavy weights or cleaning heavy weights, and I don't want to eat something like 20 minutes before I go.
But then sometimes, say we're doing a high rocks and you've got an early heat time in the morning, or I'm doing an early workout in the morning, I'd eat a decent amount of food the night before for my last tea meal. Get all your carbs in or something, so you're not going to eat all that before you race on the morning. Bit of planning, I think.
Yeah. The next one is related.
How much protein should I eat?
So this depends on what you want. I don't really worry about protein, but I do eat quite a lot of protein in my whole day. So I remember when I was dead into like bodybuilding and stuff, like I wanted to get really big. They always used to say 1 gram per pound of body weight.
No, it's not that.
Is it not
that? It's 2.2 to 2.4 grams of protein
per pound
if you're building.
Yeah.
Per pound.
Right.
And then 1.6 to 1.8 if you're cutting.
Right.
And then like around the 2 mark if you want to maintain.
Is it 1 gram per kilogram then?
No, it's 2.2 grams per pound.
Yeah, but would that be 1 gram per
per
kilogram?
So 2.2 pounds is a kilogram. Yeah.
Maybe it's that then.
Yeah.
So 1 gram per kilogram of body weight that you are.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So like
if
you're
doing
80
kilos,
kgs, you'd eat 80 grams.
No.
Basically,
no.
We don't know.
No. I think when I was like trying to put size on or something, it was like I was eating 200 or 220 grams of protein.
Yeah. You'd eat a lot. I think they've done studies on it, right? And you can't eat too much protein because people say, oh, your liver can impact your liver, but I think they've studied it and it's like you'd have to eat a lot, a lot more than most people would eat.
Yeah, there was when I remember being in school, like the common like myths and stuff. It was like if you ate too much protein, it probably would convert into fat somehow, but you got scared so much into it that you were like,
yeah,
I'm not eating any more than 200.
Well, it's like basic calories. It's if you eat too much, it's going to get stored.
Yeah,
because you're not going to burn it off. And that's the same with fat or protein or carbs or whatever. But I think trying to have protein in every meal is quite good. Like if I have breakfast, I have eggs and like sourdough, so eggs contain protein. Or I'd have protein oats or like sometimes I have cereal, but like it's just like like crunchy nut clusters, but it's not crunchy nut. It's like the healthier version. And I pour like a protein shake over that to have with instead of milk. So I'll have that. Lunch, I'll have some kind of protein source, and then for tea, like we always have
protein again.
A proper protein meal.
But then I think it's not always. You're not just if you're just having say chicken for your tea, you're not just getting protein just from the chicken. If you're having like sweet potato, there's a little bit in that.
Yeah.
There's rice has got like a tiny bit in.
Yeah. There's protein in like loads of stuff.
Pretty much in everything.
Even
isn't
in
it?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yogurt. Like there's a lot
Greek yogurt's got loads of protein in. So,
but I wouldn't. Depends what your goal is. If you want to build size, like eat a lot of protein.
But if you're going to put size on, you're going to have to eat like more than four or 5 meals a day.
Yeah.
Which means you're going to get, if you use make sure I eat protein, carbs, fats in a meal, you're going to get that in anyway.
Yeah.
But people, I think, sometimes think, oh, I've just got everything. Do you know, like the carnivore diet? I've just got to eat protein.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to like, do you want to enjoy your life? Like, you don't always want meat and kind of them high protein dishes. Sometimes you want like, I don't know, like sometimes you might want a pizza and it's like a cheese and tomato pizza and there's not a lot of protein in it,
Yeah, I don't know. It depends what you want because it's a bit boring when you're just eating shit like that. I used to know a guy who went to the cinema and he used to take his own Tupperware.
I used to know a guy who went to the cinema.
Yeah,
I think I had a mate like
that. But he'd be dieting all the time, like looked after his body all the time, and he'd take like his own Tupperware with like his chicken and rice and stuff.
Oh,
his missus would be having like a Tango ice blast, and he's there and he's cracking his Tupperware.
That's what I mean.
He's just
pathetic.
You're taking it like to the absolute extreme.
Do you know them people who think that when they do a workout, they've got to have a protein shake within 20 minutes, otherwise the world ends.
Yeah, and their body just, everything they've done, all their gains just falls out the toes.
Yeah, It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. I don't know who. That's another myth in it. When you're like 15, you think, oh shit, I'll have to.
I used to proper panic about it. I used to be in the when I lived in Manchester. I went to the gym
Yeah.
group. We've talked about them before, and I used to go to the gym group, and I used to have my protein shaker in my bag. And after my workout, I'd be like, "Shit, I can't get it out,
Yeah.
and I need to get some water source and quick." And then I'd be like shaking it up and drinking it fast because I thought that all my gains were going to be lost.
Yeah.
But it's what I don't know why everyone just believes stuff they read.
I used to have a protein bag in the back of my car and do the same thing.
Yeah,
Fill my water up in the fountain in the gym and then walk out, put my scoops in,
yeah,
drive home drinking it.
mad innit?
I think, I'm going to get back to the house and there's just be bones.
But you'd be
getting
looking
out
in the middle like, yep, it's worked.
Yeah, I've got a pump, yeah.
Okay, next one is should I do the same workout every week? That's a good one because most people who go to the gym do the same routine every week. They might not do the exact same workout, but a lot of people who go to like a commercial gym would do Monday chest day, I'll do bench press, I'll go to the dumbbells, I'll do some cables.
Yeah, I think that would be more pointed at like your bodybuilder, because you can't really make it exciting, can you?
No. And I think if your goal is bodybuilding, you want to get bigger, maybe that's a good way to do it. I used to do it, and
I think every lad used to do it.
I think it's good probably for routine. It makes the gym quite easy because you know what you're doing, but eventually you get a bit bored of it. I'd say it's probably not ideal for boredom and enjoyment.
Yeah, I was just thinking for like the high rocks type. I think because there's so many exercises to do, you can vary it up so much. You're not going to do a high rock sim every week
No.
because that's boring. It takes a lot of effort to set up.
I guess it's interesting because high rocks is the same every time you do it, and there's people that do high rocks there's people that have probably done 100 high rockses, so they do the same workout every time, but they probably don't in training. It's
No.
like saying, "Oh, should I do if I'm running a marathon?" Like you're just running all the time, but obviously, I don't know. I personally wouldn't do the same workout every week, but I'd do the same routine type thing where I'd do, if you were doing CrossFit, I'd do snatches on the Monday and I'd do squats on a Tuesday, and I'd change my Metcon exercise. And if you was in the commercial gym, maybe do chest every Monday, but mix it up a bit and sometimes throw some back in there or legs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to vary it up for me. I'd just get bored. That thing that pushed me away from bodybuilding type stuff because of that.
It gets a bit boring, doesn't
Just
it?
up, down all the time. Yeah.
Okay, then.
How do I lose belly fat?
These were two that I found. So when we've done this podcast, we've typed in like common questions to ask in the gym or common questions to ask about fitness. And these two came up. And I remember being younger and not knowing so much about fitness or health. And the things that I used to ask all the time or research all the time was, how do I lose belly fat? And then the next one is, how do I get abs? And they're very, very similar because people want to lose belly fat so they can see their abs.
Yeah.
And people want abs because they don't want belly fat. So we can answer them together, really. And I guess the first one is, you can't lose belly fat. You can't lose like belly fat here. You can lose weight. You can lose fat or whatever you want to call it. But you can't really say, oh, well, I've just got a little bit of belly fat here, so I'm going to lose that. Because you might lose it from other places as well.
Yeah, you can't pick where it falls off from.
No. Because people think, oh, if I just do loads of sit-ups, I'll lose all my belly fat. But like,
No.
It doesn't work like that. But what does work is like training your core and having a strong core. So everyone's got abs, but you can't see them on most people in the world. And you can make your abs stronger, like you can have a stronger core. It doesn't mean they're going to pop out more. It just means that when you do lose that belly fat, like you might be able to see them.
Yeah, I think you see the people that have got ridiculous cores, I think some of that is down to how genetically their abs are. They've got some of them like bloody gold balls.
Yeah,
aren't
like
they?
literally you could grab it. It's like a rock climbing thing.
And that's just luck of the draw, really. But you can lose your belly fat and show your abs off, and have a strong core.
But that just means that you're getting leaner and more muscular maybe at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but you are going to the gym, you're losing weight, and eventually you will lose that belly fat. But it was not like you're saying, I just want to lose this belly fat. Like most people in the world most like healthy people will have some belly fat here, Like I'm sat down now and I've got belly fat here because I think it's just common.
Yeah.
Just the average person has it. There'll probably be something like it protects. I don't know,
like for warmth or I don't know.
Yeah, but then, if you've got like a fat belly, if you like skinny fat, I think that's a common one. I used to be skinny fat, like you kind of skinny arms, skinny legs, but you've got like a little bit of timber on your stomach.
Yeah, but you probably could have lost that if you were like exercising more. And
yeah, it literally is exercise.
Yeah, it's like mainly diet, which will help with the belly fat, and then burning the calories, which will help with the belly fat. It's just a mixture of everything, really. That's probably how do I get abs is a really common one. But every lad's Googled like, how do I get a 6-pack?
Yeah.
Fastest way to a 6-pack.
And I think the truth really is you've got it. It might not look like the model on TV. You have got it. You might not be able to see it because you've got more body fat that is hiding it. But lose some weight, or just, in fact, you know what I'd say to like lads who want to see their abs is just go to the gym and think about getting stronger. Not getting big and massive because you won't see your abs then really, but just think about getting stronger on every lift and stick to a schedule and do that for like 3 years and then look at your abs. And if you still can't see them, then maybe try and lose some weight. But I think most of the time people can't see them because they've got no muscle.
Yeah.
Like they're just a body.
Yeah, it's just bones underneath. I think that, those two are linked to what we said before about like losing weight and toning up fast. It's just, you've got to play the long game to a point.
Yeah, and it's also like, what is it about abs that you want? Because abs don't really mean anything.
It's a big talking point, isn't it, across like the fitness world, that we could get abs. I could get abs for Ibiza or whatever. I get there, have a good time with mates for a week, drink and eat shit,
and they're gone.
Abs are gone in 3 days.
Yeah,
literally, they are.
Yeah,
like obviously you'll still have some definition, but
not the same as it was on day one.
Because you've got pretty much, in order to have abs like visibly all the time, you probably got to be running about like 3, 4, 5% body fat.
Yeah, and then that's not really attainable, or you can't sustain it.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
So the minute you have that cheeseburger, there's probably most of your whole body fat in that one burger. And then you just get them back again. Yeah. You just lose them.
It's an interesting one because it's like, why do you want abs? What is it about the abs you want? Because do you want people to be impressed by your abs? Because no one is. Like, we don't look at anyone on TV now and go, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen anymore. I think it used to, like, we went through this, like, superficial social media stage where we started seeing that people actually had abs. Like, Geordie Shore was a thing. Do you remember when you were like, Geordie Shore was a thing, and it was like, whoa, like, you've got to have abs because girls will love you. But then it's like, well, what is it about the abs now that impresses you? I don't think anyone gets impressed by it.
It's just we've all lived that life, haven't we? But when you're like young in your 20s, late teens, that's all you ever crave.
Because you want girls, though, don't you?
Yeah, but the thing is now, like, a girl couldn't see you with your abs on, because you've got a t-shirt on. Then if you're on holiday and you obviously got your top off, no one wants to be that prick walking around just tensing all the time.
Yeah.
So you don't do it.
That happens literally here.
Yeah.
On a day like today.
People take their top off, walk around tensing, and for anyone who's probably done it before, you can tell because all the veins in the neck
look
look like they're about to pass out.
I don't know. It's
No
a
one
weird
cares.
one. I think when you're young, you care about what everyone thinks of you, but when you get to like our age, you don't care what everyone thinks. You only care like for yourself and maybe the people close to you, and it's nothing to do with like appearance.
Yeah.
It's more about like what kind of person are you? Are you nice? Are you loyal? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, your mum's not going to love you because you've got abs.
Yeah.
She'll love you because you're a nice person.
Yeah.
She don't give a shit. She just wants you to be happy, healthy, and all that lot. Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's not the be all and end all, but that's social media and society that have made abs,
Desirable.
the thing to have. People get bloody ab transplants now, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
The world's, you can get anything now.
they've got abs, but they're still fat everywhere else.
It's weird, isn't it?
Doesn't make sense.
Well, that's the 10 questions. So if there's any that we've missed, drop us a comment or let us know. Give us another, give us another question. We'll probably do another one of these in like the next 2 months or 3 months or something. So it'll be nice to have some more different questions. So if you've got one, give us another one down below. Just before we finish, we're doing a charity run on the 31st of August, which is 153 miles from one side of England to the other, and we're going to be doing it in one day, less than one day. It's like 18 hours. So we're doing it as a team of 5 in a relay. We've got a donation page on Just Giving, is it called Just Giving? Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll put the link in anyway, but we're trying to raise as close to £5,000 as we possibly can. I think we're nearly on 1,000, so we've got a few more weeks to raise some more funds, and it'd be amazing if any of you can get involved. So we'll drop the link in the description. But yeah, thanks for listening, and catch you in the next one.
See you on the next one.